Hello and welcome to a special episode of the Retail Podcast live at NRF. I'm here with Fabric, actually one of the major sponsors on the lanyards. You can see them all around the show. Privileged enough to be joined by Mike Micucci, CEO of Fabric. Thank you so much, Mike, for giving up your time.
My pleasure.
I'm surprised you've got a voice because I can only imagine how much you've been talking to your customers.
Well, hey, it's I've been practicing. How about that?
So listen, for those who don't know about Fabric, if you don't mind doing two things for me, can you just give us a little bit of background about you, how you ended up at Fabric, your sort of journey here, and then maybe focus in on Fabric.
Well, yeah. Well, first, again, thank you, Alex, for the opportunity, and it's been a wonderful NRF here. We clearly are a big presence at NRF. I've been a CEO here about 5 months now.
Oh my God, okay.
I'm relatively new to the company. What attracted me to the company was just the amazing platform technology and forward-looking vision as the commerce world is rapidly evolving with the advent of things like AI.
Yeah.
Prior to this, I was a long-time Salesforce executive, and I was the CEO of Salesforce Commerce Cloud for many years.
Okay.
And it's been an absolute privilege to be back in the commerce world, working on leading cutting-edge technology and helping companies revolutionize.
So what do you find? So over the last 3 days, we're coming up obviously to the end of the third day. What's been the thing that's been the top of mind of executives who are coming to see you?
Yes. Top of mind is how can they drive fast return on their technology investments.
Got you.
I mean, companies globally have poured a ton of money into technology because of COVID, right? And there's quite a bit of hangover on digesting that. So as they look at saying, how do we take those investments, but turn those into real world conversion results and AOV results and basically get a superior TCO, that's what's top of their mind.
Got you.
Help me get to market really quick and realize results. And if we can't do that, this is not a project we're looking at.
Yeah, got you. And then in terms of customers, obviously being new, you must have spent the first, just focused on customer, meeting your customers.
Yes.
What's been an interesting, because obviously you come from Salesforce, what's an interesting outcome that you were like, oh, you were surprised by, and your customers from their journey of working with Fabric?
Here is where and this is, maybe you might call this a humble brag, but we came off a holiday with two things. First of all, zero downtime.
Yeah.
And, look, holiday is like the Super Bowl, American term Super Bowl of the commerce world.
Yeah.
And you're all hands on deck. You've been preparing for months. You got everybody there. And we went through this seamless. This is the beauty of having built a new stack on, all cloud services on the hyperscalers, in this case, Amazon, so that we can scale up when we need to, and we can scale down as the demand, you go post-holiday.
Yeah.
So 0 issues. That was phenomenal. That makes me breathe easier, makes my customers breathe easier. Stability is first and foremost in customer experience. Number 2 was just the increases in conversion we saw. Wow. Our customers on average had over 20% year-over-year conversion.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. And I asked them a lot about that. And it wasn't just one thing. It had a combination. One, they had just great performance. We have lightning fast API speeds. So that meant that when people were shopping on our product, they were seeing just really good response rates. And we know speed helps improve conversion. Absolutely. It's a flat odds industry. Absolutely. Every 30% increase in performance, you see almost up to a 10% increase in conversion. So just getting speed and stability, those sound like obvious, but they're the basics. Like, who wants to shop on a slow place, right? Where, things are buggy or whatnot. Others is getting them back using the back end of our services, things like inventory availability, so that, when you get to a product detail page, you can see what inventory is available. You can reserve that inventory. If it's a backorder situation, you give them an offer. You can see if there's any availability in the region at your physical store. So now it's not just what's in your distribution center, but any of the stores. All that becomes instantly available.
Yeah.
And that helped our customers using best-in-class services where they didn't even have to swap out the app or the head.
Yeah.
They just stitched in the services that were helping unlock kind of incremental customer value. So those were the things that really surprised me was I knew we were going to do well, but I didn't expect to do this well.
Yeah.
And so at NRF, here we are talking about through the lens of this customer success, how we can help our customers on that journey. This NRF, we announced our new order management capability. We built it over the last year with a handful of key design customers.
Yeah.
It was designed to drive omnichannel retail experiences, which is what everybody says. But let me just take a step back on COVID.
Yeah.
During COVID, where'd all the money go? It went into digital because nobody could go anywhere.
Yeah.
All right. We're out of that. We're out of that. We still have issues, but people are back in the stores.
Yeah.
Where are people investing? They're investing in the physical experience.
Yeah.
But as consumers, what do we want? We still want that kind of flexibility of a digital experience, but we also want it when we're in the store, meaning, hey, I want to see if inventory is available, if that my size or availability or whatever is not there. Can I talk to somebody and quickly reserve it? Can I ship from store, pick up in store, return it?
So how is that presented in the physical store? Is it an app? How does that represent and manifest?
So those modern shopping experiences are powered by an order management system that can handle the order.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a store associate, we literally have a store app that they can use, right, to go and reserve.
So it's like a clienteling app.
Yeah, it is an in-store app.
Yeah.
Or if you have a clienteling app, maybe you're using like NAD Mobile or Predict Spring.
Yeah.
Because we are services based, ahead in the services based.
Go on, so you just
integrate into there. Those are great use cases because we want our customers to use the existing tech investments.
Yeah.
But they want to be powered by a best-in-class platform. Again, back to lightning fast speed, adding new services on. Boom, boom, boom. And that's one of the reasons why I joined this company was, look, in my prior life, it was really hard to make incremental changes. Right?
Yeah.
These were pretty rigid, monolithic platforms that worked well in their swim lane.
Yeah.
But the world is changing really quickly. And the founders built this off the premises, like, why can't every company behave from a commerce perspective like Amazon? These are all Amazon engineers, right? Yeah. So Amazon built this web services, all web services are modern. So it can react super fast, price, promotion, inventory, and that disconnected piece. And it's from merchandising to fulfillment.
Yeah.
So let's take those same principles and bring them to everybody else. So as you see new needs, you can quickly incorporate those capabilities into whatever application. That might be your customer service rep. It might be your in-store app. It might be your physical digital store. That's what's so much fun.
Yeah.
Being able to, art of the possible wherever you need to go.
Do you find that retailers are worried about in terms of another system that they have to integrate in? Is that what's the barrier then? What's the barrier to entry when people are having conversations with you? Why do they think they can't use Fabric?
Yeah, well, I would say, maybe take a step back and look at the industry as a whole.
Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they've got their ERP, they've got their...
there's so many different systems.
Yeah.
Right? And still, when you go and talk to the customer, it took me 6 months to integrate to TikTok.
Yeah.
Right? I'm so frustrated. All the platforms, and I'm guilty of this in my prior life, they are come to me and use everything from me and then get rid of all your other tech.
Yeah.
Okay? So the barrier, a lot of case, is having to switch over from A to B and having the technical expertise to do that. I mean, this is a lot of systems.
Absolutely.
So instead, it's look, we'll do it slightly different. Use the systems you have in place. Let's just make them go faster and better and use the underlying capabilities. And with the modern tech today, it's pretty easy to have what we call the simple endpoints that you can incorporate in. So that removes some of those barriers to adoption. The second thing is, and this is really, I think, the commerce platforms are guilty of this, is they essentially said, hey, here's my APIs, you go figure it out.
Right.
We're about customer success. We're about driving conversion, helping you increase average order value. So we built these end-to-end, meaning let's go all the way from the experience, help you with your business logic all the way down to the underlying service. So you can go a lot faster versus, hey, we got a great platform, lots of APIs. I'm sure you're pretty smart. Go take those APIs and figure it out later. Yeah. That's not Fabric. Fabric, we're about customer success, helping you drive outcomes, because in today's world, every investment dollar has to count towards those conversion better average order value, and really sustaining customer lifetime value.
Well, I mean, listen, for me, the future of retail, in the sense, and some of the themes that I've picked on, is the fact that inspiration and discovery are now becoming growth engines, but then the systems to support inspiration and discovery in store are not there because, you know, the consumer's left to their own. Final two questions, and I appreciate you. A busy day. Something that's inspired you at the show. What point of inspiration are you going to take away? And then, in terms of Fabric, and when you, as CEO, looking to the future, what do you see in terms of the future? What are the areas that are really interesting for you?
Yeah. Well, those questions actually, a multi-part question. Actually, I'm going to kind of blend together.
Okay.
Right. We are on the cusp of the biggest technology revolution of our lifetime through AI.
Yeah.
Okay. In commerce, there's so many use cases in commerce that have been in the heads of all of these amazing brands and retailers and companies globally, but they've just been too hard to do.
Yeah.
It either takes too much labor, I've stitched too many systems together, and so forth. AI is going to be the biggest unlock for the consumer experience ever.
Right.
It's going to touch every aspect, from customer success all the way through to the shopping experience.
Yeah.
But you can't do that without the back end being rock solid, because every commerce experience, I don't care where it comes from, is from some combination of product, price, promo, inventory, and order.
Yeah.
Right? And if you can do that and mix and match that combo. Yeah. So what inspires me is the things that I see from the hyperscalers around the advancements of AI.
Are you hyperscale agnostic? Are you?
We are built on AWS. Yeah. But we can use services from other people as needed, particularly in best-of-breed AI, right? So it's not primary.
Yeah.
So what gets me excited is seeing these innovations where AI can build consumer experiences or shopping experiences for B2B, B2C, just whatever you dream of.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. And the advancements you're going to see in search in those are going to unlock the next kind of wave of, I think, of shopping. Yeah. And whether it's B2B or B2C. Yeah. And that's what gets me excited, because as a platform provider, I'm ready to help unlock those. Because you can't unlock them unless you can deliver those combinations, that critical kind of atomic level. So that's what inspires me. Yeah. In delivering kind of real results versus kind of phantom, like, yeah, that's a great project. In 18 months, we'll see how it goes.
Listen, I totally agree with everything you've said, and it's really refreshing and nice to hear about the enablement or empower of conversion in store, right? Because I think it's just the system challenge in store is big. It's big. And I think if you're lucky enough that you are a pure play online and you've gone into physical and you're building everything from the ground up, well, very lucky, but that's not the reality of modern retail.
And you and I, as consumers, we're frustrated. Like, I think there's a better way. Yeah. And I think the technology, and this is why I love being at Fabric. Yeah. I am here to help revolutionize commerce for everyone. Yeah. And let's go.
Yeah. Mike, thank you so much.
Hey, it's so much fun. Thanks for the invite today.
Brilliant.